Sonic Forces and Super Mario Odyssey, both big 2017 titles that are both coming out in the holiday season. But which game do I think is better? Well, that's why you clicked on the video. So, without further ado, this is Sonic Forces vs Super Mario Odyssey, and this is to see which game I think will be the better of the two. So let's begin with this video. First, let's talk about the graphics for both games. Now, this is a difficult choice because both games look really great, but let's start off with Super Mario Odyssey. So this game looks very impressive for the Nintendo Switch, because this system isn't nearly as powerful as the PS4 and Xbox One, yet the game still manages to maintain a smooth 60 frames per second throughout the entire game. All of the areas look really nice. They're all very colourful, I've noticed. Everything just pops on the screen, and that's really great to see. Something else I also noticed was that the lighting effects looked really nice for this game. You can see beams of light seaming through the trees in the Wooded Kingdom. You can see the sun shining down on the Sand Kingdom, and lighting effects like that just make the game look even better than it already does. But what holds this game back the most is that it runs at 720p, and this is in docked mode, and there's also no anti-aliasing, it seems. This is disappointing to see, because I imagine having this game bumped up to 1080p would make it look so much more nicer than it actually does. Sonic Forces, on the other hand, isn't held back by anything, since it's on more than one console. The small effects in this game look really nice, the background details just look amazing, especially in stages like Sunset Heights, where you can see the Death Egg robots just causing havoc across the entire place. It looks really nice, backgrounds are super detailed. The game also runs at a 1080p 60 FPS, since this game is on the PS4, Xbox One and PC. It's also on the Switch, but it only runs at 30 frames per second on the Switch. The character models look really nice, they look really smooth. The game maintains a lot of colour, even in places like Sunset Heights, where it's meant to be all miserable and the world's being taken over. They still manage to find a way to make the game pop and have colour while still being serious. So I'm going to give this to Sonic Forces, since it just looks a lot more impressive to me, especially with all the background details. So Sonic Forces wins this round. Let's talk about the music next. Now, both games have a very different style of music. Sonic Forces is going for more upbeat, fast tracks. There's different styles of music for each character in Sonic Forces. For modern Sonic, you've got more of this rock vibe, like the earlier adventure games. For the custom hero, you have the vocals mixed with some slight dubstep, and then for classic Sonic, we have a more retro styled take on the music. This gives variety to the music, and it all sounds incredibly nice. Mario Odyssey, on the other hand, is going for more ambient tracks, just to convey the worlds that you're exploring a lot more. It all sounds really nice in Super Mario Odyssey, but for me, I don't find it particularly memorable. That's why I'm giving this point to Sonic Forces. The music in Sonic Forces just sounds a lot more catchy to me, and it stays in my head a lot more than the Mario Odyssey themes. Now, that doesn't mean I hate the Mario Odyssey music. In fact, I think it's really nice. But Sonic Forces for me just has more memorable and better music. So the winner here is Sonic Forces. So it's time to talk about the story for both games, and this is pretty much no contest, but I'll start with Super Mario Odyssey. So in this game, Bowser kidnaps Peach again, but there's a cool twist this time around, and that is this whole wedding. Bowser wants to marry Peach, and they've even got their own outfits and everything to convey that. So Mario and Cappy, this new entity, must travel around the world and defeat these evil bunnies and to stop the wedding. So the story is basically the same as every other Mario game, but with a little twist, which is pretty cool, but it's the same thing we've basically seen before. Sonic Forces, on the other hand, is actually going for a more ambitious and grand story. So in this story, Eggman has taken over 99% of the world, and Sonic must team up with both his classic self and the brand new custom hero to stop this new villain known as Infinite. Not only this, but Sonic has to build up the resistance which consists of Sonic and all of his friends, to stop the evil villains like Shadow the Hedgehog, Chaos from Sonic Adventure, and Zavok from Sonic Lost World. Forces definitely wins this round for me, because it's been a lot more ambitious with the story, and that's something I can definitely appreciate. While simple stories can be good, in the case of Odyssey, I'm more a fan of the more complex, ambitious stories, and that is why Sonic Forces wins this round for me. So this has been pretty one-sided for Sonic Forces so far, but now that we're talking about the gameplay, I think that's gonna change. So, Sonic Forces has 4 different gameplay styles to choose from. You have Modern, Classic, Custom Hero, and Tag Team. Modern Sonic is all about the boost gameplay, which takes inspiration from games like Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. Classic Sonic is all about 2D, side-scrolling, platforming action, as he was in Sonic Generations. The Custom Hero is gadget-based. He still retains the 2D sections and 3D sections, but he has brand new gadgets to choose from. And the Tag Team mode is a fusion of both Modern Sonic and the Custom Hero gameplay. You can boost in this mode, but not only that, you can also use the gadgets of the Custom Hero. So it is a fusion between the 2 gameplay styles. And for me, there's just too much 2D in this game. Modern Sonic has 2D sections, Classic Sonic has 2D sections, and the Custom Hero has 2D sections. But that's 3 gameplay styles that all have 2D sections in the next Modern Sonic game. And since we already have games like Sonic Mania that released in the same year, I just find it really redundant to return to this 2D gameplay style. Not only this, but Classic Sonic's physics in this game don't look nearly as good as the physics from Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was all about momentum based gameplay, whereas the Classic Sonic physics here don't look like they have any momentum at all. It all just looks really boring and bland and blocky. And the Custom Hero for me looks a bit too gimmicky as well. Like, all of his abilities that he can use are all laid out in a specific way in the stages, so the stages basically tell you to use this ability here, stop using it here, and I'm just not a fan of how that's laid out. Super Mario Odyssey returns to the older 3D Mario games, such as Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. Recent games like Super Mario 3D World have nerfed Mario's abilities, but that is not a problem anymore. Mario now has a wider range of moves to choose from, such as the triple jump, roll, and jumping on Cappy to reach new heights. Cappy is brand new to Super Mario Odyssey, and he brings the biggest gameplay surprise of all, and that is taking over almost any enemy and object within the game. This adds a lot of gameplay variety, without affecting the main gameplay, that is the platforming sections of Super Mario Odyssey. It's very creative, and it definitely adds a lot of replay value to the game as well, as he can take over almost any enemy. You can try going through the stages with different enemies. The winner here for me, if you cannot tell, is easily Super Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey looks like it nails what Mario is in 3D, whereas Sonic Forces is a weird mix of both 3D and 2D. So Mario Odyssey wins this round. It's time to talk about the final point of this video, and that is the level design for the game. So Super Mario Odyssey, like I said previously, returns to the 3D open world sandbox style of games like 64 and Sunshine. There are a lot of hidden areas to choose from, and there's also many platforming sections that are separated from the main world themselves. The stages have a lot of verticality to them, and you can basically go wherever you want the moment you hop into a stage. For me, some areas do look really bland and uninspired. This is just my opinion, please don't kill me. But this doesn't take away from just the scope of the worlds themselves. Sonic Forces, on the other hand, just looks very bland and generic to me. The level design in the 2D sections are incredibly blocky and make the levels feel super artificial. And when the game actually goes into 3D, the levels are all just mainly straight lines, with the odd platforming section here and there. The level design just looks so uninspired, and it doesn't get me excited to play the game. It's as if it's taken the worst level design from Sonic Colors and just made it the entire game instead. So the winner here for me is definitely Super Mario Odyssey. Sonic Forces has uninspired and boring level design, Super Mario Odyssey has the grand open world level design. So yeah, Super Mario Odyssey wins level design. So after analysing all of these different areas, Sonic Forces won graphics, music, and story, whereas Super Mario Odyssey won gameplay and level design. Sonic Forces got more points, but Super Mario Odyssey got the two most important points, being gameplay and level design. So I'm giving the winner to Super Mario Odyssey. While Sonic Forces definitely has some things going for it, I feel like Super Mario Odyssey is by far going to be the better game of the two. Now this is all opinion based, guys, so please don't get annoyed by what I'm saying in this video. Let me know what game you think is going to be better in the comment section below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll definitely make sure to catch you all later.